second. A brand new season of the MLB, and it's right here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. It's our opening day edition. Our opening week, we'll be having 3 games in this opening week. We'll be having, starting here, the Mets and the Padres battling it out from Citi Field, followed by the second game, which is Kershaw and Bumgarner and the Dodgers and Giants, and also Cleveland and Toronto. So a busy opening week, and today is opening day. The Mets and the Padres, one of 7 early games on the MLB schedule today. Here from Citi Field, the Mets getting ready for another season after being eliminated in the NLDS last season by the Chicago Cubs. San Diego Padres struggled, but they have a lot of big prospects coming up now. As we get just about ready to start here on opening day from Citi Field, fans are celebrating, as are we, for the 2017 MLB season, as today it will be Jered Weaver, the big free agent signing of the San Diego Padres, former Los Angeles Angel, joined the team as a free agent. He'll be battling Thor. Noah Syndergaard makes his first start of 2017 after suffering that shoulder injury in early September that hurt him and was out made him out the rest of the regular season and missed the beginning of the postseason. Thor is back and Thor is healthy. And the Mets are revamped with Jay Bruce, Yoenis Cespedes both re-signing. As opening day here at Citi Field, Padres and Mets, Syndergaard ready to get out there. That hard fastball, that hard sinker, really, you can like just about everything about Thor when he's out on the mound. As we get ready to start, let's take a look at the Padres starting lineup that will be opposing Noah Syndergaard here. So it'll be Travis Jankowski leading off, Eric Ibar batting second, then Will Myers, the superstar, batting third, Brett Wallace, the lefty, cleaning up, another lefty, Alex Dickerson, fifth, Yangervis Solarte, the catchers, Hector Sanchez, then it's Ryan Schimpf at second base, and Jered Weaver rounding out the order for manager Andy Green. So now Travis Jankowski will start it out here against Noah Syndergaard in just a moment. When we come back right here on WUB Network, it will be the start of some Mets baseball. Mets and Padres right on WUB Network, America's sports leader. So we've got some excitement coming here to WUB Network. It will be the the NASCAR Progressive Cup Series Race 5. The West Coast Swing begins in Las Vegas as the drivers will battle it out from Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Cobalt Tools 400. Who will win it? The reigning winner of that race is Matt Kenseth. Kevin Harvick, coming off of his dominating performance at Tiburon, we'll see if he can continue it on the 4-race West Coast Swing that begins there in Vegas. As we get ready, we are just minutes away from the start here between the Mets and the Padres. We already have an update. The Angels and Reds just got going a minute ago, and it was a great start for Mike Trout. First at bat of the season, a home run off of Andrew Bailey to get the early advantage for his Los Angeles Angels. They'll be heading to the bottom of the first as the Reds will be facing Andrew Heaney in that bottom of the first inning. So we continue to get ready. We are just a minute away. Final pregame ceremonies taking place on the field at Citi Field. And we are all very excited, anticipating the start of this one between the Mets and the Padres. Of course, the one thing with the Padres, I know the Mets are a different story because they're definitely got a good chance at a playoff team. The Padres, could they be the NL West team that has a chance of catching the Dodgers or Giants this year, who have just run away with that division over the past decade? It'll be very interesting to see. But anyway, it is just about time now, as Noah Syndergaard is excited to get on the mound and try to make something happen for his New York Mets today. As an all-star, Syndergaard went 13-5 last season with an ERA just around 3. It was at 3.02. The strikeout numbers were high. So we are very excited here for this opening day action. 7 Major League Day games, including that one we just told you about, Angels-Reds. We'll have updates from Yankees-Red Sox, Nationals-Marlins, the Cubs, the past World Series champions, getting back to action against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and more, as Noah Syndergaard getting ready to start. And we are just about ready. Here comes Travis Jankowski. Came up last season, hit .246. In his last spring training game Saturday versus Texas, he was 2 for 3 with a double and a run. Rene Rivera is the catcher. That's pretty much Noah Syndergaard's personal catcher. He'll call for the pitch. First pitch of the season here at Citi Field is popped up by Jankowski to right field, and Jay Bruce comes in and makes the catch. A quick out there on one pitch from Noah Syndergaard to Travis Jankowski. As we look at the Met defense, Rene Rivera catching, Syndergaard pitching. Around the infield, left to right, Jose Reyes at third, Asdrubal Cabrera at short, then Neil Walker at second, and Lucas Duda at first, who will be platooning with Wilmer Flores at that position. With out in the outfield, Cespedes in left. In center, it's Curtis Granderson, and in right, it is Jay Bruce. As we look at the Mets' upcoming schedule, this weekend they'll be playing the Marlins. First of those games, it'll be Juan Nicolino against Steven Matz. Then they have their first road trip as they go out to Philadelphia for 3 games, which should be interesting. They play a lot of NL East opponents early, except for this particular series. So here's the first pitch now to Eric Ibar, and that's a fastball at 96 in there, 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 now from Syndergaard to Ibar. That's a ball. There's the big heat there. 99 on there from Noah Syndergaard. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The offering is popped up into right center. Coming in is Granderson, and I think he'll make the catch in right center field, beating Bruce to that ball, and that's the second out of the inning. So Syndergaard's gotten some nice help from his defense and 2 pop-bats to bring out the first 2 outs. But now the toughest out in this lineup, it's the righty Will Myers. Missed the first 2 months of the season last year with an oblique strain that he suffered during spring training. But he really came out last season with 18 homers, the former Tampa Bay Rays prospect. So now first pitch to Will Myers from Syndergaard is lined foul down the first base line. Here's the 0-1 offering. This one's line foul, 0-2. One of the things I love about opening day is how all the aces are starting. You've got all of the best pitchers out there, all juiced up at their best, and they're facing each other. Today alone, we have pitching at different points in the day. We have Noah Syndergaard, Madison Bumgarner, John Lester, David Price, Clayton Kershaw, Garrett Cole, Adam Wainwright, Andrew Heaney, Homer Bailey, Steven Strasburg, Verlander. The list just goes on and on. So here comes the 0-2 offering from Syndergaard. Swing and a miss. Got him on the changeup. Fooled him there at 84. That retires the side. A beautiful 1-2-3 inning for Noah Syndergaard and the Mets. New York will come to the bat for the first time this season when we come back. Welcome back to Citi Field. Jose Reyes will be leading off for the Mets, facing Jered Weaver. Jered Weaver, 2-time All-Star in the American League in his time with the Angels, which he spent his entire career since coming up in 2006 and was a stud right from the start at 11-2. Won 20 games in 2012. But now he, after 11 years with the Angels, has finally moved on. And now Jose Reyes at the plate. Reyes lines the first pitch of the game out to right, but there's lots of room in right field for Alex Dickerson to make the catch, and that's the first out of this ball game. So we look at the lineup. Jose Reyes leads off as Asdrubal Cabrera bats second, then Yoenis bats third. The Grandy Man, big season last year, bats cleanup. Jay Bruce, Neil Walker, Lucas Duda, Rene Rivera, and Noah Syndergaard, who's can't be overlooked in the batter's box, rounds out the order. So we look at the defense behind Jered Weaver. It'll be Hector Sanchez catching him. He was with the Angels for a while. Infield, it's Yangervis Solarte at third, Eric Ibar, Ryan Schimpf, and then at first it's Will Myers. Outfield, look out there. In left, it is... pardon me, I made a mistake there. At first base is Brett Wallace. The outfield, left field is Will Myers. Then it's Travis Jankowski and Alex Dickerson. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and now up comes Asdrubal Cabrera to face Jered Weaver. Sanchez with the sign. Here's the first pitch. Cabrera gets a piece of that. A lot of quick outs, quick 1-pitch outs. There's another one as it's caught by Jankowski in center field on a lazy fly by Cabrera. So we look at the Padres' upcoming schedule. They'll start their divisional play this weekend. On Friday, they'll be in Colorado. Trevor Cahill scheduled to go against Carlos Esteves. Then the Padres have their home opener next Monday against the Dodgers. It'll be Clayton Richards scheduled to face Brandon McCarthy. As tomorrow, it is Wednesday, I believe, is their next game. It'll be Jacob deGrom on the hill for the Mets against Clayton Richard. Rounding out the series on Thursday, it will be Colin Ray against Matt Harvey. So now 2 pitches, 2 outs, and now here's Yoenis Cespedes. The fans cheer as Cespedes comes to the plate, and he takes one off the plate, 1-0 the count, on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Jered Weaver. Still has decent velocity. He's taken steps back over the past couple years, though. 1-0. Sanchez sets up outside, brings the glove in as Weaver sends it in for a slider for a strike count, even at 1. 1-1 the count here to Yoenis Cespedes. Here's the 1-1 offering. This one is a high pop-up right behind the pitcher's mound. Ryan Schimpf, the second baseman, comes in, makes the catch. Just a 5-pitch first inning for Jered Weaver. Both pitchers make it through the first unscathed. We head to the second. No score here on opening day between the Padres and Mets. We'll be back. Well, we have an update. The Angels and Reds. The Reds have now tied it up with the Angels in the bottom half of that first inning with a RBI single from Jose Peraza to drive in Zach Cozart, who had a leadoff triple, who had a 1-out triple after Billy Hamilton flew out to start the game. So that game is even at 1-1 apiece. So Andrew Heaney and Homer Bailey have each surrendered a run to start that game off. Noah Syndergaard now facing Brett Wallace, Alec Dickerson, and Yangervis Solarte. Syndergaard ready. First pitch to Brett Wallace, swing and a miss in the high fastball, 0-1. Brett Wallace now, he's one of the guys who's now stuck around with the Padres for a while. This is his 5th season in San Diego. 0-1 offering from Syndergaard. This is a sinker line to second. That did the opposite of sinking, but anyway, Neil Walker is there to make the line drive catch, and that's the first out of the second inning of play. So that was a nice play there from Neil Walker. So it's amazing how we just jump into the swing of things today, and then every day now, these guys got to get used to it. Just occasional one day breaks off, and for the next 3 months till the All-Star break, it's every day putting out everything. So another big left-handed youngster, Alex Dickerson, steps to the plate against Syndergaard. First pitch is lined into center field. First hit of the day for either side. Alex Dickerson comes up with it, sending it into center in front of Curtis Granderson, who throws it in. Just a single for the 25-year-old second-year left fielder. Talking about Alex Dickerson, Jankowski. Got Hunter Renfroe, he's a righty. So many youngsters, which shows all the promise the Padres have. Something that none of the other 4 NL West teams really have, which is a lot of prospects. Only issue still is the pitching, as Yangervis Solarte is up at the plate. He'll ground one to short. This could be 2. Cabrera plays it on a hop to Walker, fires to first. Got Solarte, a 6-4-3 double play, and Syndergaard gets through this inning in just a matter of 4 pitches. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in Queens. Welcome back to Flushing. Curtis Granderson batting. He had the golden sombrero in the spring training finale here at Citi Field on Saturday against the Orioles. He went 0 for 5 with 4 Ks. It's Granderson, Bruce, and Walker will face Jered Weaver here in the home second. First pitch, Granderson lines this one foul off to the left, 0-1 the count. Weaver working quickly, working with Hector Sanchez, who caught him 8 years ago in Los Angeles. 0-1, Granderson gets another piece of. Granderson with 37 home runs last season, near the tops of the MLB. 0-2 to Grandy, takes one in there, strike 3 called in the inside corner. Granderson down on 3 pitches, first strikeout of the day for Jered Weaver, and now there's one away, and up comes Jay Bruce. So the Mets did not think they were going to get both Yoenis Cespedes and Jay Bruce, but that is exactly what happened, as Jay Bruce decided to come back at the beginning of free agency, and Yoenis Cespedes decided to stay in New York, where he's loved, and both these players on this team now. As Bruce lines the first pitch into center, that's going to drop in front of Travis Jankowski for a base hit, and now a one-out base runner. First hit of the season for the New York Mets comes from the former Red, Jay Bruce. Nice hit there. So a runner on first, one away now, and coming to the plate, it will be the 6th hitter, Neil Walker, who is a switch hitter, did not hit well at all from that right side. But last season, he really stepped up and hit 7 home runs from the right side. So he is becoming more of a real switch hitter. As Weaver's first pitch is a curveball cut and missed, a 12-6 curve, one of Weaver's signature pitches in the dirt. Walker fooled on that, 0-1 the count. Bruce has decent speed for being a big guy, but not any lead at all, really, off of first base. Brett Wallace holding him close. 0-1 is a pitch that's a ball that breaks inside on the fastball at 94. That's the highest velocity we've seen so far from Jered Weaver. 1-1. That's inside as well, 2-1 the count. So don't forget, we have more baseball on WUB Network tonight, as the Dodgers and Giants will square off. Mad Bum versus Kershaw. Who would miss that? 2-1 now is a fastball in there. No, actually, that was a circle change, I believe. And now the count even at 2-2 the count. Still no lead for Bruce. Lucas Duda, the 7-hitter on deck. 2-2 to Walker. Fouls it off. Oh, almost hits the first base coach bonus. 2-2. This is grounded to second. Will this be another double play? Nice turn by Schimpf over to Ibar for one. Won't get the second part of it at first. Not in time to get the relatively speedy Neil Walker, but a nice turn by Ryan Schimpf to at least get the lead runner. So now 2 outs and a slightly slower base runner in Neil Walker now at first, with Lucas Duda coming to the plate. Duda, remember, he got hurt last season. Got hurt his back on Memorial Day against the Yankees, who the Mets play again during Memorial Day weekend this season. And Duda was out until early August. And that's when the Mets really fell into a slump for a while. He had been hitting poorly throughout May, and he got hurt. Now he fans at the first pitch, curveball 0-1. That's one of the things Duda really has to work on, his ability to hit the breaking balls and not just the fastballs down the middle. He gets a fastball down the middle and lines it into the right center field gap. Going first to third here easily will be Neil Walker as Jankowski fires it into Ryan Schimpf. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now. Weaver having to work as he gives up his second hit of the inning. So runners on the corners, 2 away, and Rene Rivera, the catcher, is up. One of the things that makes the Mets so dangerous, like the Cubs, is that they can hit up and down the lineup completely, even with the catcher and the pitcher at the bottom of the lineup. It's not flashy numbers from Rene Rivera or Travis d'Arnaud, but they get the job done. Rene Rivera is pretty much Noah Syndergaard's personal catcher, very similar to the situation with Hector Sanchez being pretty much Jered Weaver's personal catcher. Christian Betancourt and Travis d'Arnaud will get most of the work for these two teams. Austin Hedges can also play catcher for the Padres, so they have 3 technically on their roster. First pitch here to Rivera is a curveball that droops low, 1-0 the count. Weaver's already thrown 13 pitches in this second inning after just throwing 5 in that first inning, but he didn't give up any base runners in that inning. 1-0 to Rivera. Sanchez sets up. This one popped back behind the backstop. No play for Sanchez. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Weaver. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch down there. Fastball in the dirt. Now the count 1-2. Rene Rivera's got to reset. Mets had issues with runners in scoring position last season. We'll see if that continues. They got Walker at third, Duda at first, 2 away. Here's the 1-2. That one sets up outside. Good eye from Rivera as Sanchez stuck his glove out a little outside the zone. Count even at 2. Noah Syndergaard, who cannot be taken for granted with the bat, is on deck, and Rivera fights off another one. That's fouled off to the left, 2-2 the count. Weaver's 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the circle change as the Mets will strand a pair. So no runs, couple hits, 2 left, 1 left in scoring position. We're through 2, no score, and a pitcher's duel here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. We have another update now. It is the other New York team, the New York Yankees, at home today. Both of the teams in New York causing a lot of traffic jams throughout the Big Apple. Yankees home today against their bitter rivals, the Boston Red Sox. David Price, who got ejected last season when these teams squared off on opening day, is on the mound against Masahiro Tanaka. Tanaka having issues in the top of the second as he has given up a 3 spot in the top of the second inning, walking 3 and giving up 3 hits and also an error in the inning from Chase Headley. So the Yankees now trail 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second there. We're in the top of the third here. Bottom of the order will be facing Noah Syndergaard, who's thrown just 11 pitches through this first 2 innings of work. It'll be Hector Sanchez, the catcher, Ryan Schimpf, and Jered Weaver. So Hector Sanchez, this is one of the biggest roles he's had in a while, having caught in San Francisco and in AAA for a while, caught with the Angels a few years ago. That's when he worked with Jered Weaver. So here's the first pitch now from Syndergaard to Sanchez. Sinker taken high and outside. Not the best pitch there from Noah. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Sanchez fouls that back. One of the issues for the Padres is catching. You got Austin Hedges, who can play just about every position, but no more Derek Norris. He left. No more Nick Hundley. And there's no real big catching prospects on this team, so that can be a real problem. 1-1 is another sinker that misses badly, and now Syndergaard behind 2-1 on Hector Sanchez. It's Sanchez, Schimpf, and the pitcher, Jered Weaver, who's not really used to batting in his career, first time in the National League. 2-1 is popped up to shallow right. Jay Bruce has time to come in, and he'll make the catch just in front of the diamond. That was really shallow. So 1 away here. How about this weekend? First weekend of the MLB season is a big AL West matchup. The Angels will battle the Rangers from the ballpark in Arlington. It's now 1 away, and here comes Ryan Schimpf to the plate. Beat out Corey Spangenberg for the roster spot as the starting second baseman. Here's the first pitch from Syndergaard to Schimpf. Schimpf lines this one foul hard over the Mets dugout. Looks like everyone's all right. Here's the 0-1. In there, strike 2 on the sinker. And now ahead 0-2 with Syndergaard. Of course, one of the things this season is pace of play, and we can see both of these pitchers are moving relatively quickly. Here's the 0-2. Sinker sinks a lot, and biting at it is Schimpf, and swing and a miss. Down he goes on 3 pitches. All 3 were the sinkers from Syndergaard. That one at 91. That's a tough pitch. It's fast. It can break. And now Syndergaard has his second strikeout. Weaver has struck out 2 as well. And now it'll be Jered Weaver coming to the plate against Syndergaard. It should be entertaining. Jered Weaver not really used to batting. He's only got about 20 plate appearances in his career. First pitch here to Jered. Weaver actually makes contact and fouls it off. Once again, he has played in the American League his entire career until this year when he's joined San Diego, so this is a new experience for him. 0-1 is a fastball upstairs, but he does get the call, and now ahead 0-2 is Noah Syndergaard. Top of the order with Travis Jankowski due up next. Can he get back-to-back Ks? Here's the 0-2. Weaver gets a piece of it, but lines it right to Jose Reyes at third, and that will retire the side. So 1-2-3 inning for Syndergaard. He's been dominant through 3. We head to the bottom of the third. No score between the Mets and San Diego. Noah Syndergaard will be due up next. Welcome back to Citi Field. Noah Syndergaard at the plate. Had a couple home runs last season. His pitcher's home runs have really improved. We've got Madison Bumgarner on tap here on WUB Network tonight. And the first pitch by Syndergaard is lined into the left center field gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. A stand-up double for Noah Syndergaard. And the Mets have life from Thor. Of course, a lot of people have always said we should have a home run derby with pitchers. I think at some point that could definitely be the case, and Noah Syndergaard would definitely be in it. Him, Madison Bumgarner, and others. Noah Syndergaard there with a double. Such great eye on that play from Thor to hit that pitch. That was a beauty. That was a nice pitch. That was a circle change falling that he was able to get and lift it up into the left center field gap and get it all the way to the wall. Jankowski came over to cover, actually made it a play at second base, but Syndergaard did make it in time. So now Jose Reyes is to the plate. Third hit of the day for the Mets. Jay Bruce, Lucas Duda, and now Noah Syndergaard have hits in there. Syndergaard, a left-handed hitter. Out of the Mets starters in their rotation, in fact, three of them, two of them, both he and DeGrom, are right-handed pitchers and left-handed hitters. Robert Gesellman is also that case, but he's a long reliever on this team now. As the first pitch to Reyes is a fastball taken right down the middle by Reyes, 0-1 the count. Sanchez with the sign. Weaver looks in. 0-1 pitch. Curveball drops in, low and inside. The count even is 1-1 to Jose Reyes. You can hear a couple faint Jose chants. 1-1 to Jose. This is grounded to first. Syndergaard holds at second. A flip down to Weaver, who comes over to cover and beats out the speedy Reyes. Syndergaard once again holds at second. So still a runner at second with one out. And Asdrubal Cabrera coming to the plate here for the Mets. Of course, the Mets do not have David Wright because of injury. He is probably not going to be back till at least June-ish. So we'll see what happens there. So first pitch here to Cabrera is low for a ball. Something that the Padres haven't done yet, but haven't had much base runners, is stealing against Noah Syndergaard, which has always been an issue for him. Here's the 1-0 to Cabrera. Cabrera swings and misses strike one. Weaver also struggles with the base paths. He and Syndergaard were actually two of the lowest in major leagues in terms of getting runners thrown out. Here's the 1-1. Cabrera skies this one out to deep right field near the warning track. Syndergaard had a big lead. He'll just go back to second as Dickerson makes the catch and throws it in nicely. So 2 away now. Syndergaard still at second after the leadoff double. And now Yoenis Cespedes will come up to bat. So this has been quite the exciting start here to opening day. And we have some other scoring updates that we'll get to you before the start of the fourth inning. As Yoenis Cespedes is up 30 pitches so far for Weaver. First pitch looked low, but he actually gets the call on the fastball, 0-1 the count. Hector Sanchez does a good job of making that ball look like it was in the strike zone, even if it wasn't. 0-1 is another nice pitch down in the zone. It's a slider, and Cespedes quickly behind 0-2. Yoenis Cespedes, in his first plate appearance, ended up grounding out. Syndergaard with a big lead. Here's the 0-2. Cespedes cracks one. It's a one-hopper and thrown quickly from Schimpf over to first, and that's the third out. So a leadoff double for Noah Syndergaard, but nothing going. We're through 3 here on opening day from Citi Field. No score in Flushing between the Padres and Mets. We'll be back. So we have some updates. 2 pitchers are getting absolutely knocked around and beaten up out there in their games. There's actually a few getting knocked around as we get ready to start the fourth, but we have some updates first. So getting absolutely killed out there. Some issues, first of all, in Milwaukee between the Rockies and the Brewers as Chase Anderson pitching well. Tyler Chatwin not so much. He's given up a couple third-inning runs, allowing the Brewers to go in front 3-0. But that's not the worst one. The worst are Garrett Cole and Andrew Heaney. Garrett Cole of the Pirates has given up 5 second-inning runs to the Cubs, and he is out of the game now, down 6-0 are the Pirates after 2 at home against the Cubs. Javier Baez and John Jay hit back-to-back home runs in the second inning. Also a homer from Anthony Rizzo in the first. And Andrew Heaney is out of the game after 2 innings and giving up 5 runs to the Cincinnati Reds. He had given up that 1 run in the first, gave up a 4 spot in the second, got the third out, and they decided to take him out of the game in exchange for a relief pitcher. So some of these aces are getting knocked around today, as Noah Syndergaard, just 21 pitches through 3 innings, back to the top of the order. He gets one in there to Jankowski on the sinker at 90 miles an hour, 0-1 the count. Just 1 hit so far for the Padres, 3 hits for the Mets, no runs across the plate. 0-1 to Travis Jankowski is a ball low, 1-1 the count. So 1-1 now to Travis Jankowski. So Jankowski, Ibar, and Myers, heart of the order. 1-1 is low, and Syndergaard is behind 2-1 for the second time in his last 3 batters. That's another sinker that misses. His sinker he's going to a lot, but that's the one pitch that seems to be missing the zone a lot. 2-1, low. And what's that? That's the sinker once again, 3-1. Just like Weaver's having similar issues with his 12-6 curve, he just can't get that in the strike zone. Syndergaard having issues and try to avoid his first walk of the day. 3-1 is in there on the fastball at 97, and now the count is full. We'll see what he does here with 3-2. Rivera with the sign. Syndergaard looks in. The windup, the pitch. This one fouled off. And Jankowski lives to see another pitch. Syndergaard deals again. The full count pitch. This one is line foul down the right field line. And he stays full. 8th pitch of the at-bat here from Syndergaard to Jankowski. That's in there. Strike 3 called. On the sinker at 89. That was a nice one out there on the outside corner. It was a backdoor sinker. You don't really see that pitch that much, but Syndergaard can make it work. That's his 3rd strikeout, 1 away. And he wins that 8-pitch battle with Travis Jankowski, and up comes Eric Ibar. Ibar, a former teammate of Jered Weaver. The two of them are reunited on this Padre team. First pitch is low, 1-0 the count. Rivera had to scoop that slider out of the dirt. Syndergaard, we've noticed since about halfway through the 3rd inning, he had really good control for the first 2.5 innings. Now that control is starting to go away. Still has all his velocity. Another pitch misses outside. This time it's the sinker. That sinker, that slider just isn't really working. He's got to go to his other off-speed stuff like his curveball, maybe. Use it a little, and, of course, his fastball. 2-0. Gets the fastball, and it's just foul down the left field line. That was almost a double by Ibar. Lone hit so far is a single by Alex Dickerson in the second for the Padres. 2-1 is in there on the curveball. I think that's the first time he's thrown that curveball all day. That was at 85. Count even at 2. Rivera with the sign. Syndergaard with the pitch. Misses outside, and now the count is full to Ibar. Back-to-back full counts, and after just 21 pitches through the first 3 innings, Syndergaard's already got 13 with the first 2 batters of this inning. However, that was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Syndergaard. First triple digits of the season. 3-2. Ibar fights off the curveball. Count remains full. On deck, it's Will Myers. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging, fooled him on the slider. Back-to-back strikeouts for Syndergaard. He's got 4 after fighting off full counts and winning battles, and now Will Myers will come up to try to spark some life here, at least in the top of the 4th for the San Diego Padres. As one of the things Noah Syndergaard has been able to do as we look at our forward pitch tractor, and that's throw first pitch strikes. He continues to do that tonight. He has done that to 8 batters. And now Will Myers will face Syndergaard. 9 balls, 27 strikes so far for Syndergaard as Myers lifts this one out to left field. Cespedes tracking back near the warning track, but he'll make the catch. So Syndergaard does throw 16 pitches this inning, his most in any inning so far, but he gets through at 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless in Flushing. Welcome back to some opening day action, bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees have gotten a run back on David Price in the bottom of the 3rd on an RBI single by Chase Headley to drive in Jacoby Ellsbury. So it's 3-1 now as they head to the 4th. David Price has only allowed 2 hits so far. Remember, he threw 2 no-hitters last season, 1 against the Padres, 1 against Tampa Bay. As now that the DH is back in the league, they're still going to do the same American League, National League pairing of last season. We went a few years without the DH. Now the DH is back. We'll see how that affects the American League play. Granderson will be the first to face Jered Weaver here, and Weaver with that nice circle change in there 0-1. Although his velocity and his control have gone away when he's gotten older, the circle change is the one pitch that's exempt from that. As the 0-1, he throws it again. That time it just misses a little. But that circle change at about 85, that's the same speed he's had his whole career. That is such a great pitch. Looks like a fastball, then it just drops down like a curveball. 1-1 is a fastball that's in there at 94, and now it's 1-2. That's the highest velocity we've really seen from Weaver today. In his whole career, he's not really been a power pitcher. He's more about off-speed stuff. 1-2 to Granderson. Sanchez sets up outside. That's where the pitch goes, and the count is even at 2. Todd Kellogg is the home plate umpire today. 2-2, Granderson gets a piece of it, but lines it right to second base, and Ryan Schimpf is there to make the catch. 1 away. As now we look at the National League leaders in home runs last season, Jason Hayward was on top with 42 home runs. His teammate Chris Bryant had 40, Bryce Harper had 40, then Curtis Granderson 37, Yoenis Cespedes 36. Not many different teams represented there as Bruce comes to the plate. He had 27 last season. Bruce drills one foul about 10 rows deep in left field, but that was once again a foul ball, 0-1. After Bruce, it's back to Lucas Duda. Bruce swinging for the fences there. Looked fooled on that fastball, thought it was going to come a little bit faster. That fastball was only at 91 from Weaver. Maybe slipped a little. It was a little high. 0-2. Hector Sanchez with the sign. This is pitch number 41 today from Jered Weaver. 0-2 pitch. Bruce drills one down to second. Schimpf steps back, fires to first, gets him by a step, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Schimpf has had to make a lot of plays, and he's made some very nice ones. He is eligible for Rookie of the Year this season, having only had about 60 plate appearances last season, but played well with all of them. Both he and Hunter Renfroe are up for Rookie of the Year this season, as last year the Padres had Corey Spangenberg, Travis Jankowski, Manuel Margot, and more all up for Rookie of the Year. Neil Walker, pardon me, I was wrong, not Dudo. Neil Walker, the 6th hitter, is up to face Weaver. That first pitch is that nice 12-6 curve. That's his 3rd pitch. He's got his fastball, he's got his circle change, and the 12-6 curve. That's his main 3-pitch arsenal. Occasionally a slider or a regular changeup are thrown in there. 0-1 is a fastball upstairs, and Bruce Walker fights it off, and now the count is 0-2. Sanchez with the sign. Here's the 0-2 to Neil Walker. Swing and a miss, he got him. Jered Weaver has been dominant. Syndergaard's been even better. Both have been spectacular through 4 innings. We head to the 5th. No score between the Padres and Mets in an absolute pitcher's duel on opening day. Right here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. We head to the top of the 5th. Brett Wallace will lead it off here for the Padres against Noah Syndergaard. It'll be Wallace, Dickerson, and Yangervis Solarte, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Syndergaard's first pitch is a fastball at 99 in there, strike one. Syndergaard hasn't had his highest velocity. Has only hit triple digits once today, 99 I believe twice, mainly around 97 and 98 on that fastball. 0-1 delivery is a nice off-speed pitch at 84 on a changeup. I mean, even his off-speed pitches aren't too off-speed, and now the count is 0-2, he's ahead. Can he get his fifth strikeout? Here it comes. That one bounces to the plate on the curveball. Not a great pitch there, and good eye from Brett Wallace, 1-2. This is Brett Wallace's best opportunity of his career. Didn't really have an opportunity in Houston. He was on them with the bad years. A lot of prospects coming up. 1-2, swing and a miss. He cuts and misses at the fastball low at 97. Fifth strikeout for Syndergaard, one away here in the fifth. And now coming to the plate is the only guy who's been able to touch Syndergaard today. That's Alex Dickerson, who singled to right back in the second inning. Noah Syndergaard, who missed some time last season at the end of the year with a shoulder labrum injury, has been absolutely dominant. He is dominating this Padres lineup, getting strikeouts, mixing up his pitches, just 41 pitches through 4 1/3. First pitch is inside and a little high to Alex Dickerson. And the fastball 1-0. He's got to be careful with him, as that's the only guy he's given up a hit to today. 1-0 to Dickerson. He swings and misses a little off guard on that sinker that was a little low, and he's chased in anyway. Count even at 1. Fans are pumped here in Flushing. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Syndergaard. This one drilled over to second. Walker with the nice scoop. Fires to first. Duda scoops that out of the dirt. Not the best throw, but he gets him anyway. 2 outs. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Yangervis Solarte, the switch-hitting third baseman. So Solarte hit into a double play to eliminate Alex Dickerson from the base paths back in the second inning. Syndergaard just 44 pitches through 4 2/3, and he has been absolutely on his game. First pitch on the way here to Solarte is a ball a little low on the fastball at 97, 1-0 the count. After Solarte, it's back to the catcher Hector Sanchez, and then Ryan Schimpf and Weaver to round out the order. 1-0 is a curveball that curves in there, 1-1 the count. We have an update from Washington. The Nationals and Marlins squaring off. Steven Strasburg facing Edison Volquez. Edison Volquez had a bases-loaded, nobody-out situation against Washington and surrendered just 1 run. So it's 1-0, the Nationals leading that game, and that one is in the top of the 4th. Yankees-Red Sox 3-1 Boston the top of the 4th. 1-1 pitch is a sinker that misses low. It's sunk a little too much there, 2-1 the count. Syndergaard would love to get out of the 5th under 50 pitches. That would be really nice. 2-1 pitch from Noah is in there, strike 2, nice little sinker, and out 2-2. Can Syndergaard strike another one out? He's already K'd 5 today. They've got a count on the wall of how many Ks with all those papers that say K on them. Here it comes. The 2-2 pitch. Ball misses outside on the changeup. Count is full. Believe this is the 4th full count Syndergaard has faced today. Rivera with the sign. Syndergaard with the nod. Here's the windup. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. And Solarte continues to fight. That was pitch number 50. Here's number 51. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Misses outside, and Syndergaard with his first walk of the day. As Yangervis Solarte gets on, second base runner of the day for the San Diego Padres as Solarte takes the amble over to first base. Don't forget, here on WUB Network, the NBA playoffs are coming soon. Cavs, Warriors, Rockets, Thunder, Celtics, Hornets, Mavericks. Who's going to win the championship? Lots of games, at least 2 from each round of the playoffs, including all Game 7s, will be broadcasted live right here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. So after opening week, what WUB Network is planning on doing is doing a baseball game at least once a week, and also every Saturday afternoon we'll have the best game in the majors. So 2 games a week most likely coming here to WUB Network after opening week, which we'll have like 4 or 5. As now this brings up Hector Sanchez, who flew out in the third. Decent speed in Solarte on first. We'll see if they run him. Sanchez, though, grounds it right to second. Walker plays it on a hop, throws him out, and that retires the side. Syndergaard walks the batter but gets out of the jam. We're halfway through, heading to the bottom of the 5th. No score from Flushing between the Mets and Padres right here on WUB Network, America's Sports. Welcome back to WUB Network, America's Sports Leaders presentation of Major League Baseball on opening day, live from Citi Field. The Mets and the Padres squaring off. It's the Mets batting here in the bottom of the 5th. No score between them and the Padres. It's been a big pitching duel so far between Jered Weaver and Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard has surrendered just 1 hit, a single by Alex Dickerson in the second, while Jered Weaver has surrendered 3 hits by Jay Bruce, Noah Syndergaard, and the man who's at the plate right here against him to lead off the inning, Lucas Duda. It will be Duda, Rivera, and Syndergaard, the bottom of the order, facing Weaver, who's thrown 44 pitches through 4. Hector Sanchez with the sign. This one is drilled towards the hole and short, but a nice backhanded play by the shortstop Eric Ibar, who fires to first and beats Duda by a step, and that's the first out. That was a nice play right there by Eric Ibar deep in the hole. They've got a lot of youngsters, but to hold a team together, you really need 1 or 2 veterans, and people like Ibar and Jered Weaver and Hector Sanchez add to that category. Padres still are one of the youngest teams in baseball. As now Rene Rivera will bat. He struck out his first time up against Jered Weaver. Rene is going to have most of the catching role here, as he works well with a lot of the pitchers, including Syndergaard and DeGrom. As Rivera cuts and misses on the first pitch, it's a fastball down in the zone. Certain people like Steven Matz and I believe Matt Harvey like to work with d'Arnaud, and d'Arnaud does hit better against the left-handed pitching. As here comes the 0-1 from Weaver, fires back, but that ball misses badly, low in the dirt on the fastball, count even, it's 1-1. Rene, not real flashy numbers, but he is one of the best defensive catchers in baseball, which is why he gets the role as the main starter here, as the 1-1 curveball that droops low in the zone, and now Rivera ahead in the count 2-1 here, with Noah Syndergaard, who's already got a double to the gap today on deck. That's the lone extra base hit we've seen so far today. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one drops in there for a strike, and now the count is back even. It's 2-2. Nice fastball at 95. That's the highest velocity we've seen all day from Jered Weaver. Weaver so far has struck 3 men out, while Syndergaard has gotten 5 to go down on strikes. Here's the 2-2. That fastball misses badly in the dirt. Hector Sanchez keeps that from skipping to the backstop, and now the count is full. I believe this is only the second full count Weaver has dealt with, as he's at 50 pitches now. Syndergaard's had, I believe, 5 already in the first 5 innings. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Sanchez sets up outside. That's a bad idea. Rene Rivera takes the circle change out of the zone and draws the walk. And the Mets will have a base runner here on the walk by Rene Rivera. First walk of the day surrendered by Jered Weaver after Syndergaard just surrendered his first in the last half inning. And now Noah Syndergaard will see with 1 out and a runner on first if he bunts. Almost no speed at all over there on first base in Rene Rivera. Probably the slowest player on the team. Syndergaard has doubled to the gap, so would you let him swing? We'll see. Hector Sanchez calling for the pitch. Syndergaard drops down to bunt. He puts it down right in front of the mound. Rivera is going to be out at second. Throw back to first, not in time, and nearly gets away from Brett Wallace. Well, that reiterates my statement that Rivera is one of the slowest players in the league. A perfectly dropped bunt by Syndergaard. Drops it right down, forces Hector Sanchez, not the speediest of catchers, to get out. But still easily, Ibar beats Rivera by about 5 steps to get him at second. The throw by Ibar, though, he hesitated a little bit, and the throw was a little high, and Syndergaard gets on. So now it's actually a slightly faster runner, and Noah Syndergaard at first with 2 away, and back to the top of the order for the 3rd time with Jose Reyes. Reyes still looking for his first hit of the day. That one was scored as a fielder's choice, so the Mets still 3 hits off of Weaver today. First pitch is a circle change that drops in there, low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Reyes looking very strong last season when he got signed by the Mets after getting cut by the Rockies. Here's the 1-0. Reyes shoots one up the middle. That's a base hit into center. Syndergaard stops at second. But now 2 on and 2 away as Jose Reyes has his first hit of the season. That was a very nice one there by Jose Reyes to get that one through the shift and bouncing on a one-hopper into the outfield right in front of Travis Jankowski. So now, first and second with Reyes at first. They would have loved to have gotten Syndergaard over to the third there, just not deep enough. But not a great pitch there from Weaver as he surrenders his 4th hit of the day. And that'll bring up Asdrubal Cabrera with 2 on and 2 out. Weaver at 54 pitches so far. We'll see how far they let him go today for the Padres. So Asdrubal Cabrera has flied out in both of his prior plate appearances so far today. Hector Sanchez calls for the pitch, and it is a fastball, a 12-6 curve right at the bottom of the strike zone. It gets in there, 0-1 the count. Syndergaard with a big lead, much bigger than Reyes' lead off first. Here's the 0-1. The big breaker drops low. That's a circle change, and now the count is even. It's 1-1. After Cabrera, it's back to the superstar, Yoenis Cespedes. 1-1 pitch to Cabrera. Cabrera drills this looper just foul in left field. That was almost a fair ball. That could have easily scored 2. It was a little looper over the head of Yangervis Solarte at third, but it was just foul. Now Cabrera behind 1-2. Sanchez calls for it. The windup, the pitch just misses inside on the fastball at 94. Weaver trying to use the fastball as his put-away pitch, but now it's 2-2. So Rivera drew a one-out walk. Syndergaard got on a fielder's choice on a bunt where Rivera was thrown out at second. Reyes with a single, and now 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch. Cabrera gets a piece of it, rolls it down to Schimpf at second. Schimpf steps in, throws, and got him, and that retires the side. So no runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 5, still no score on opening day from Flushing. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. Ryan Schimpf will be leading off the top of the 6th inning against Noah Syndergaard, who's threw 52 pitches through 5. Schimpf the pitcher spot with Jered Weaver, and then Travis Jankowski will bat here against Noah. So first pitch is a swing and a miss, and the beautiful curveball in the dirt by Syndergaard at 85. Even his curveball still has a high velocity, 0-1 to Schimpf. Dealing again, and now swinging and missing once again is Ryan Schimpf, and now he's quickly behind 0-2. Nice sinker at 89 from Syndergaard. So Noah quickly ahead 0-2. Does he get his 6th strikeout of the day? At least not on that pitch, because that sinker sunk a little too much, way down in the strike zone. Now the count 1-2. Once again on deck is Jered Weaver, who's going to have to really get used to hitting. Now he's in the National League. 1-2, Schimpf lifts one down the left field line. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Cespedes grabs it, going to second. Nice throw by Cespedes, and he almost gets him at second. Oh, what a throw by Cespedes. He was pretty much against the wall by the foul pole back in left field when he fired that, and Schimpf only beat the throw by about a step. Anyway, now a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Padres. Wow, that was amazing. Schimpf is a speedy guy. Cespedes was pretty much against the wall when he fired that. No hops. That was a complete... Didn't even hop. It just went right in the air to Neil Walker, whose tag was only about a half second late. That was close, but now a speedy runner at second with Jered Weaver up, probably looking to bunt. Now we'll see what his bunting skills are. They let him free swing last time he was up, and it didn't look too good. He did make contact and flew out. Let's see what Weaver can do, and if he drops down the bunt to try to get Schimpf over to third. They're going to let him swing on the first one. I don't really understand this. He fouls it off. I don't see why you wouldn't try to get him to bunt it down the first base line and get Schimpf over to third with Jankowski coming up next. 0-1 now. That's a fastball in there at 98 from Syndergaard, and now Weaver behind 0-2. Once again, top of the order, Travis Jankowski will be up. Schimpf with a big leadoff second. Here's the 0-2 to Jered Weaver. Weaver gets a piece of it, fouls it off back behind the backstop. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider there at 88. Down goes Jered Weaver, and I think that's not happy right now is Andy Green. That decision to let Weaver swing is probably really going to his mind and making him think about it. Because that's a bad strikeout. 6th strikeout of the day for Noah Syndergaard, and that'll bring the top of the order back up with Travis Jankowski, with Schimpf still at second. So the Padres just 2 hits so far in 5 1/3 off of the Mets. And how about tomorrow? The Rangers start a series with their bitter AL West rivals. They'll be in Houston taking on the Astros and their former player Carlos Beltran. That should be interesting to see. Syndergaard at 60 pitches. First pitch to Jankowski is a fastball that paints the outside corner of the strike zone, 0-1. He's been really using that slider. We'll see if he goes to it again here. He does, and it's fouled off to the right by Jankowski, and now it's 0-2. Eric Ibar on deck. That's the guy for contact hitting you really got to watch out for. 0-2 to Jankowski. Jankowski, good eye, takes that ball low out of the strike zone on the fastball. It's 1-2. So it'll be Ibar, Will Myers. Those are the 2 most dangerous hitters in this lineup by far. Rivera with the sign, the 1-2 from Syndergaard. That's a little upstairs in the fastball at just 95 that time from Syndergaard, not his hardest. That count is back even, it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Jankowski, a high pop-up by the first base dugout. Rivera goes over. He's got room. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. So after the leadoff double, the situation looking dire for the Padres to score here in the 6th off of Syndergaard. After deciding not to have Weaver bunt him over to third and let him swing, he struck out. Now a pop-out for Jankowski makes it 2 away with a runner on second for Eric Ibar, who has struck out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances with the Padres. He came over in the big blockbuster trade with Atlanta for Matt Kemp and Moore last season. First pitch is taken down the middle, fastball at 98, 0-1 the count. Can Syndergaard get out of this jam? Rivera with the sign, the 0-1 pitch. Ibar makes contact, lines it into left. Not rounding third, making a wise decision is Ryan Schimpf, as Cespedes got to that ball quickly. But now 2 hits surrendered by Syndergaard this inning, and now there's runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Will Myers coming to the plate. This is a big situation for Syndergaard. We'll see what they do. He'll want to pitch to Myers, definitely. A lot of situations you want to intentionally walk Myers, but he is a righty, and Syndergaard does not want to face the rest of this lineup because there's 5 straight after that that'll be hitting lefty. Wallace, Dickerson, Solarte, Sanchez, and Schimpf. So Ryan Schimpf at third, Eric Ibar at first, 2 outs. With Will Myers at the plate, 0-2 with a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch, going for second here is Ibar. Throw down to second by Rivera is not in time, and now there's 2 in scoring position, and a base hit would make this a 2-0 ball game. Eric Ibar got a great jump, and when it's Noah Syndergaard, the chances of a runner being thrown out are usually pretty dire. So now 1-0, and Rene Rivera is going to come in and talk to Syndergaard for a moment. So first time Syndergaard's really had to pitch out of trouble. It's back-to-back innings where he's had base runners. He walked Yangervis Solarte back in the 5th, but he got out of it. Before that, his last base runner was Alex Dickerson, his only other base runner today, in the top of the 2nd. But 1 pitch later, Yangervis Solarte grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. 1-0 to Will Myers. Myers takes a nice cutting curveball in there and on the outside corner, 1-1 the count. He'll try to pitch him probably on the outside or get him on the hands on the inside. Will Myers likes those pitches in the middle or low in the zone. There was one low in the zone, but that was just too much break on that slider, and Syndergaard now ahead 1-2. One strike away from getting out of the jam. Schiff at thirds, Ibar at second. 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. On the fastball at 96. You can see Syndergaard's velocity dropping. He's at 71 pitches. Here's the sign. The windup. The 2-2 pitch. Myers takes it outside, and now the count is full with Brett Wallace, the left-handed hitting cleanup hitter, due up next. What will he call? What does Rivera want? Syndergaard agrees with Rivera's call. 3-2 pitch. Myers lines this one down the left field line. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Scoring is Schimpf. Scoring is Ibar. Into second with a 2-run double is Will Myers, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead here off of Noah Syndergaard in the top of the 6th. Issues for Noah Syndergaard in the 6th inning, and the Padres capitalize and take a 2-0 advantage now. As up will come Brett Wallace, and the Mets bullpen is active. The Mets are now warming up Josh Smoker, one of the 3 lefties on the team, as now Dan Warthen, the pitching coach, will come out to talk to Noah Syndergaard. So finally someone breaks through. The Mets do have the heart of their order up next against a tiring Weaver. Now we'll see what Syndergaard can do. 73 pitches, and Josh Smoker is up in the bullpen. The other lefty, I was wrong. They only have 2. It's Smoker and Blevins. They have righties Gazelman, Salas, Robles, Addison Reed, and of course Jerry's Familia. Rivera calls for the pitch. The first pitch is a fastball on the outside part of the strike zone, 0-1 the count. Just 94 on that pitch. His velocity really going away here in the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Nice cutting curve, and Wallace swings and misses at it on the low outside zone, part of the zone, and out 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball on the hands, just gets a piece of it, and the count will remain 0-2 in Syndergaard's favor. What will he go for the put-away pitch? This may be his last pitch of the game. Here's the 0-2. Nasty sinker, swing and a miss. Down goes Wallace, but there is some hurt in the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 left, 2 doubles in the inning to the left field corner. First by Ryan Schimpf, Eric Ibar with a single to get runners in the corners. Ibar stole second, and Will Myers comes through in the clutch with a 2-run double to left. The Padres take a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Josh Smoker is fully warmed up, it looks like, in the bullpen. I think he'll be coming in, as it looks like Noah Syndergaard's coming out. Jered Weaver, 59 pitches through 5. He'll be facing heart of the Met order, Cespedes, Granderson, and Bruce. First pitch here from Weaver to Yoenis Cespedes. Cespedes cracks this one down to third. Grabbed by Solarte, who fires to first, and that's the first out of the 6th inning. So the Mets, Cespedes now 0 for 3. Curtis Granderson trying to avoid the same stat line. He's 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout and a flyout. So each team now with 4 hits, the Padres in the scoring column. First pitch from Weaver is a fastball in there in the strike zone. It looked like the low inside corner, 0-1 the count. That's Granderson's pitch. He just took it there. Here's the 0-1. This one is a fastball in the low outside corner, but this time Hector Sanchez can't get it into the zone, so the count is even. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Weaver winds up. Granderson drives one. Deep right center field. Going back to the wall. Say goodbye to that ball. Curtis Granderson with a moonshot. His first home run of the year, and the Mets are on the board. They've cut it to 2-1. Up comes the apple for the first time this season in Queens. Curtis Granderson has gone deep to right center, just left of the bullpen, and the Mets the Padres' lead has been cut to 1. What a shot from Curtis Granderson as this one landed in the stands just left of the bullpen. So the Mets are on the board now. Jered Weaver doesn't look too happy. Nobody up in the bullpen yet. Now Jay Bruce will bat. He's got a single off of Weaver today. And now Bruce cracks the first pitch. Deep left center field. Going back is Jankowski to the warning track. Back to the wall. It's out of here. Say goodbye to that ball. Back-to-back homers from Jay Bruce and Curtis Granderson. And the Mets have tied the game. It's 2-2. After Syndergaard surrendered a pair in the top half of the sixth, the Mets have gotten right back in this one with back-to-back homers from Curtis Granderson and Jay Bruce. And we are tied at 2. And now the Padres bullpen has life, as they've got a lefty and a righty up in the bullpen. Luis Perdomo is the righty. Brad Hand is the lefty, both warming up the bullpen as the pitching coach came out. And now it'll be Neil Walker looking for his first hit of the day. Can they go back-to-back-to-back? Weaver's first pitch to Hector Sanchez. Sanchez can't scoop it out of the dirt. 1-0 the count. 2 upstairs fastballs are what he got burned on with the homers by Granderson and Bruce. So now here's the 1-0 count. Bruce shoots this one over to first. Grabbing it is Wallace, who fires to Weaver, who covers and beats Walker by a couple steps, and that's the second out. Weaver at 66 pitches now as Lucas Duda will be due up at the plate next. Don't forget, we have another opening day game coming. The Dodgers, the Giants, the NL West rivalry renewed. Kershaw versus Bumgarner right here on WUB Network. We have an update from Milwaukee. The Rockies and the Brewers squaring off. Right now, Milwaukee had the 3-0 lead. The Rockies have come back with 2 of their own on a 2-run homer by Carlos Gonzalez to make it a 3-2 ball game. Also, the Pirates now trail by 8. The bullpen, Wade LeBlanc, not really helping. It's 8-0. The Cubs leading in the 4th inning. So now Weaver's first pitch to Duda. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. The 2 pure lefties he's faced already this inning, he's surrendered home runs to. So that means he's got to be a little extra careful with Lucas Duda. Again, here's the 0-1 now. Duda gets a piece of it to left center. Playable for Will Myers, who comes in and makes the catch. That retires the side. So after Syndergaard surrendered a pair in the top half of the 6th, back-to-back home runs by Granderson and Bruce tie this one back up at 2 as we head to the 7th right here on WUB Network's presentation of Major League Baseball. Now Alex Dickerson to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Syndergaard is still out there here to start the 7th inning of play. So it's Dickerson, Solarte, and Hector Sanchez that'll be facing Noah here. So they start the 7th. First pitch is a sinker cut on and missed by Dickerson. I believe that's the pitch that he got the hit on. 0-1 the count. Dickerson 1 for 2 so far today. This is tough because, including Dickerson, the next 4 batters Syndergaard faces are all going to be hitting lefty. 0-1 Dickerson clobbers it to center. Coming in is Granderson. He'll make the running catch in shallow center field, and that's the first out of this 7th inning. Action in the bullpen for the Mets as they have both a righty and a lefty up. As they've got Hansel Robles and Josh Smoker both stretching it out in the bullpen, while the Padres have Brad Hand and Luis Perdomo both ready. I think if Weaver's spot comes up in the lineup, it's definite that he'll be out. First pitch now to Youngurvis Solarte, who walked in his last plate appearance, goes to Reyes. Reyes fires across his body down to first, and he gets him, and there's 2 away. Reyes almost bobbled it, but he was almost, he did a little bit of a backhand. He was facing the ball, but he had the glove turned the other way. It looked a little interesting. But anyway, he does get the out. Now there's 2 away. So now 2 away, and up will come Hector Sanchez looking for his first hit of the day. He grounded out in his last plate appearance against Thor. So Noah Syndergaard, the stat line is still pretty decent today. 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So far for Jered Weaver, he's gone 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, but has surrendered 2 home runs. Back-to-back blasts by Granderson and Bruce. Granderson to right center, Bruce to left center. Syndergaard at 80 pitches now as he starts his at-bat with Sanchez, and Sanchez fouls one off, and it bounces in the tarp in left field and bounces a few rows into the stands, 0-1 the count. Remember, as we said earlier, Hector Sanchez is mainly Weaver's personal catcher. They'll mainly use Christian Betancourt. Beautiful sinker, cut on and missed in the dirt by Sanchez, and now Syndergaard quickly ahead 0-2. Ryan Schimpf is due up next if it gets there. Rivera with a sign. The windup, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Syndergaard with his 8th strikeout, that's probably it for the day for him, but a nice performance out there from Noah Syndergaard, and this game remains tied. 7th inning stretch time, brought to you by Kia, 2-2, Padres and Mets tied up. Another update, another home run has been hit. The Nationals, Adam Lind has hit a moonshot off of Edison Volquez, so it is now 4-1, the Nationals leading in the 6th. As Jered Weaver is still out there, he'll face Rene Rivera, Noah Syndergaard, and Jose Reyes. His first pitch here from Weaver to start the 7th is a nice one on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. Weaver's only got 69 pitches thrown so far today, so should be interesting. See how much longer he stays in there. Three of the hits today have been off of his 12-6 curve, though the 2 home runs were off of fastballs. Here's the 0-1 to Rivera. Rivera grounds this one to second. It's grabbed by Schimpf. Schimpf stutters for a second, and then he fires to first to get Rivera, and a pinch hitter will be coming up here for Noah Syndergaard. So Noah is officially done. It looks like Hansel Robles will be pitching the next inning. So we'll see. Both Robles and Smoker are still up in the bullpen, as the pinch hitter will be the lone lefty that they have on the bench today. I guess just trying to get something started here against Weaver. It's going to be Michael Conforto coming in to face Jered Weaver. Weaver at 70 pitches. Hector Sanchez with a sign. Weaver's first pitch to Conforto. Outside ball 1. Conforto no longer a starter. He had a nice start to last season, nearly made the All-Star game, but got hurt in June, and that messed up his entire trend for 2016. 1-0 to Conforto. That good eye there from Michael takes that circle change out of the zone, and now Michael ahead in the count 2-0. With back to the top of the order for the 4th time, Jose Reyes due up next. Here's the 2-0 to Conforto. Swings and misses on that one. On the fastball at 92, Weaver, you can tell his velocity going down. 2-1 the count. Syndergaard threw 84 pitches. Weaver is at 73 at the moment. Here's the 2-1 offering. Nice curveball. Conforto fights it off. And now ahead 2-2. But when Conforto came back from injury, he just couldn't hit the curves. Let's see if that continues this season. He attacks a four-seamer in the top of the zone and fires it into right center for a base hit. He'll stop at first with a single. But now Jose Reyes, one of the most consistent hitters on the Met lineup, who is looking for his second hit of the day, will come to the plate here against Weaver with a decently fast runner at first base in Conforto. We'll see if they send him and try to be aggressive here. Mets would love to take the lead and try to maybe hand it off for the 8th and 9th to Addison Reed and Jerry's Familia, respectively. Here's the first pitch from Weaver to Reyes. Reyes takes the 12-6 curve inside on the hands, 1-0 the count. Reyes coming off of that single that he hit back in the 5th inning of play. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Weaver to Reyes. Reyes attacks it, fouls it off, back behind the tarp. Going back is Solarte, but that's going to be out of play. And now the count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offering. Reyes takes this one, taking it all the way on the fastball. And now Weaver ahead in the count, 1-2. Looking to get the strikeout. That would be his 4th of the day. Syndergaard in 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. A great opening day start for Thor. Did have those issues that 1 inning, but you know you're going to have them once in a while. Coming back from injury, that's a great performance. 1-2 to Reyes. Good eyes. He takes that one a little upstairs, and the fastball a little wild from Weaver there. 2-2 the count. This next pitch will be number 80 on the day for Jered Weaver. Asdrubal Cabrera on deck. Neither he nor Cespedes have any hits today for the Mets. Here's the 2-2 to Reyes. Reyes drives this one into left center. That's in the gap, and it's going to roll all the way near the wall. Conforto's going to third. Conforto is going to stop at third. Reyes with a stand-up double, and now the Mets have 2 in scoring position with 1 out here in the 7th, and Asdrubal Cabrera due up next. Conforto was running on the pitch, and a good job by Jankowski to grab it in left center field and throw it into the cutoff man to avoid Conforto coming home to take the lead. But now the Mets do have 2 in scoring position as the speedy Reyes was able to get to second with his second hit of the day, and now Asdrubal Cabrera has a chance to drive in some runs. Last year, Asdrubal Cabrera was hitting .300 in mid-May, and he only had 16 RBI to show for it. After playing 40 games, he only had 16 RBI, and he had 8 homers. He only had 2 RBI from non-home run plays. One he walked home a run, and the other one was an RBI double. He did not have an RBI single till May 21st. He could get that here. First pitch from Weaver. This is going to be that. It's going to fall into center. Conforto scores. Here comes Reyes, and the Mets take a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Asdrubal Cabrera comes through with a 2-run single. That's exactly what we were talking about, and the Mets take advantage again. It's 4-2, and now Addison Reed is really warming up in that bullpen. And Luis Perdomo is going to come in to face Yoenis Cespedes as Jered Weaver is done. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Shane Tai Vlogs. We'll be back. Welcome back. So Jered Weaver's stat line, 6 1/3, 9 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. At the 2 back-to-back home runs back in the 6th to surrendered to Granderson and Bruce, as Weaver really has come apart in the last 3 innings after a solid first 4 innings. Pitched out of a jam in the 5th, had issues in the 6th, had issues in the 7th. And he is responsible for Cabrera on first as Luis Perdomo comes into the game in a relief appearance. As Cespedes fights off the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. Cespedes 0 for 3 so far today. As Addison Reed is getting all ready in the Met bullpen. 0-1, circle change is upstairs and misses badly. 1-1 the count from Perdomo. Perdomo's big pitch is that sweeping circle change. As the 1-1 pitch paints the outside part of the strike zone on the 2-seamer, and now he's ahead 1-2. Curtis Granderson's due up next. They still have a lefty up in the bullpen. We'll see if this is the only batter Perdomo faces. Here's the 1-2. Cespedes does fight it off and fouls it off to the right. 1-2 the count. Looks in. Sanchez the sign. The pitch. Cespedes fights it off. Grabbed by Wallace. Wallace fires to second for 1. Not in time to get Cespedes at first. So a fielder's choice gets the second out, but still a base runner on. And there's going to be another pitching change, as that is the lone batter that Luis Perdomo will face today. So Brad Hand coming in will be another call to the bullpen as Andy Green comes out, as Perdomo just faces the one batter. We'll be back. So, of course, it makes sense. They had the one righty. They brought in the right-handed pitcher. And now Brad Hand will come in to pitch. Pitched for the Miami Marlins parts of the last few seasons. He'll face Curtis Granderson, who homered in his last plate appearance. Got to be careful with him. Fastball at 90 miles an hour is on the low inside corner of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Hand is going to throw back to check on Cespedes. Cespedes not really going anywhere. A little bit of a waste of some arm energy. 0-1 pitch is a 12-6 curve that misses high, and it's a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch to Granderson. Looks like a change that's upstairs. Little change in speed there. 1-2. And now Granderson behind in the count. Got to be careful. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oh, curveball gets away from Hector Sanchez, fires down to second, but Cespedes is there. He was alert on the... I think they're going to score that as a wild pitch. I don't know if they're going to call that a wild pitch or a passed ball. Looks like they're going to refer to it as a wild pitch. So, interesting call right there. Now the 2-2. Granderson swings and misses at the fastball, so Hand gets his man, but not before the Mets take the lead. A 2-run single from Asdrubal Cabrera. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 left in scoring position. We'll head to the 8th. It's 4-2. The Mets leading the Padres here on WUB Network, America's sports leader. So it'll be Ryan Schimpf facing Addison Reed, the 8th inning man for the Mets last season. He's got the role once again this year. As his first pitch is in there. Nice fastball at 97 miles an hour. Of course, that's his premier pitch. Of course, like most pitchers, you got to have that fastball working, and that's pretty much his main pitch. So 0-1 the count. 0-1 to Ryan Schimpf is a ball that misses low and out of the zone on the change, and now it's 1-1. Rene Rivera with the sign. Reed with the windup, the 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss by Ryan Schimpf, 1-2. We'll see. It looks like they are going to have Brad Hand bat, as there are more lefties due to come up. Luis Perdomo just faced the one batter after Weaver was taken out of the game. 1-2 is low. Ball 2. Hand has just faced the one batter in Curtis Granderson, as we're in the top of the 8th. Mets leading at 4-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one fouled back. Cubs have extended their lead to 9-0 over the Pirates in the 5th inning over there, beating up on Garrett Cole and then Wade LeBlanc. Angels and Reds. The Reds have taken a 4-2 advantage in the 6th inning. Yankees and Red Sox, it's still 3-1. Red Sox heading to the 8th inning right now. David Price has been pitching extremely well. And on the other hand, Masahiro Tanaka struggled. So now the 2-2 pitch to Schimpf. Schimpf grounds this one right to the first baseman. Duda on the little roller. Duda steps on first, and that's the first out. Mets need 5 more outs, and they'll be walking away with an opening day victory. One of the best teams in terms of opening day. They will pinch hit for Brad Hand. It's another youngster. Right-handed center fielder Manuel Margot will come in and pinch hit and face Reed, which means another new pitcher will come in for the Padres. It will be their 3rd in the bottom of the 8th. As Margot attacks the first pitch, grounds it weakly to second. Neil Walker fires to first and beats him by a couple steps, and Margot, the pinch hitter, is down on 1 pitch. And now Travis Jankowski will be due up. Mets have only allowed 4 hits today, 2 runs for the Padres to show for it. Mets 4 runs on 9 hits. All of those given up by Jered Weaver. So now here comes the lefty Travis Jankowski, still looking for his first hit of the day. 4 hits for the Padres have come from Eric Ibar, Will Myers with the 2-run double, Alec Dickerson, and Ryan Schimpf. The Mets' big hits, they've got 2 from Jose Reyes. Asdrubal Cabrera has the 2-run single to give them the lead last inning. Bruce and Granderson have each hit a homer today. Jay Bruce is 2 for 3. So here's Jankowski now 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a flyout. Reed's 8th pitch is grounded right to third. Jose Reyes grabs it, fires, an easy 1-2-3 inning for Addison Reed. Mets 3 outs away from a victory. They'll be coming back to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th, leading this one 4-2 on WUB Network, America's sports leader. Welcome back. Still hard of the order, including Jay Bruce, Neil Walker, and Lucas Duda up for the Mets as they'll face Kevin Quackenbush, one of the best Padre relievers in his 4th season with the team. Last year had 41 appearances and was 4-2 with a 2.68 ERA. Other than Fernando Rodney, he was the best reliever on this Padre team last year. Quackenbush looks in with the sign from Hector Sanchez as Margot is out of the game. He just came in as the pinch hitter. Bruce swings and misses strike one, which we should point out Conforto also came out of the game when he was the pinch hitter. Bruce coming off the home run back in the 6th facing Quackenbush here. Quackenbush looks in once again. Sanchez with the sign, 0-1 pitch to Jay Bruce. Bruce attacks one deep to right field, but coming in and making the play, making it look easy is Alex Dickerson, and that's the first out of this bottom of the 8th. Mets have Jerry's Familia stretching in the bullpen. Padres have another guy stretching in the bullpen. It looks like just in case they have, I can't really tell from here who that was they had stretching. But I don't think anybody knew was going to be coming in. As Quackenbush pitching to Neil Walker. Walker has gone hitless so far today. He's Cespedes and Rene Rivera, the 3 starters who do not have any hits on the day. Reyes and Bruce with 2 apiece. Cabrera, Duda, Granderson have all added some hits today. Syndergaard also with a hit. And Michael Conforto with a pinch hit single. So that was a bad curve. 1-0. Quackenbush behind on Neil Walker. It's Walker and then Lucas Duda, the 7-hitter. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Walker. That one's taken in there for a strike on the 2-seam fastball. Quackenbush now evens the count back up. It's 1-1. Remember, Dodgers-Giants up next here. 1-1. Walker fouls this one off to the left. 1-2 the count. So we didn't have any scoring in this one until the top of the 6th. Padres got 2 on a 2-run double by Will Myers off Syndergaard. 2-2 misses outside. No, 1-2 misses outside. Now it's 2-2. Then the Mets evened it back up against Jered Weaver with back-to-back bottom of the 6th home runs from Curtis Granderson and Jay Bruce. Back-to-back pitches, in fact. And then, as we watch the 2-2 pitch here from Quackenbush to Walker, swings and misses, strike 3, and Lucas Duda will be coming up. Then the Mets had continued the momentum in the bottom of the 7th, getting a couple hits, including a pinch hit single from Michael Conforto, Jose Reyes with a hit to get them over. A double, in fact, from Jose Reyes. And then, as Jubal Cabrera drove them both in with a 2-run single off of Weaver to knock him out of the game. So this is the 3rd reliever in for Quackenbush, 3rd different reliever in for Andy Green's Padres. Luis Perdomo came in after the single to face Cespedes, who got on a fielder's choice, but they did eliminate Cabrera from the base paths. Then Brad Hand came in to strike out Curtis Granderson. So 2 away, here's Lucas Duda. Duda swings and misses at the slider in the dirt at 91. Quackenbush with one of the hardest sliders in baseball, up in the early to sometimes mid-90s. Almost an Aroldis Chapman strength. Here's the 0-1 to Duda. That one is a nice-looking 2-seam fastball up in the strike zone. But Duda chases it as it was in on the hands, and Quackenbush quickly ahead 0-2. Sanchez with the sign. Quackenbush the 0-2 pitch. That one misses outside on the fastball. 1-2 the count. Rene Rivera due up next. So we'll see what happens here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses outside. 2-2. So 2-2 count here. That one misses outside on the backdoor slider, and now it's a full count. So 3-2 pitch. Duda chases that one down in the strike zone. That'll retire the side. So we are through 8. It is 4-2. The Mets lead the Padres. We'll see if Jerry's Familia can nail him down. He's in to face Ibar, Will Myers, and finally it will be the cleanup hitter, Brett Wallace. First pitch here from Familia to Ibar misses low and inside, 1-0 the count. David Price looking to get a complete game. He's in the 9th inning against the Yankees right now. So now Familia with the windup. 1-0 pitch to Eric Ibar. He gets it out of the dirt. Hits, grabbed by Cabrera, who fires to first, and that's the first out. That was a really odd-looking one because Ibar got that so low in the strike zone. This ball was almost touching the dirt when he hit it, and he got a piece of it, and Cabrera made the nice play on it. So 1 out is Jerry Familia, who had 52 saves last season for the Mets, second in the majors, behind only Kenley Jansen of the Dodgers, is up, and now here's Will Myers, who had the 2-run double, who drove in the only runs of the day so far for the Padres, and he drowns one right to first in the first pitch. Duda covers, and now it's just 1 out away from another opening day victory for the Mets. So remember, we've got a lot of excitement coming here to WUB Network in the coming days. A couple more opening week Major League Baseball games, as Brett Wallace will come to the plate as the last hope of for the Padres, including Dodgers-Giants, an Astros-Rangers game, and Saturday afternoon baseball, which will become a weekly camaraderie here, along with the new Progressive Cup Series race and another episode of Sports Speak, and some NBA playoff play-by-play. First pitch from Familia to Wallace. He almost looked like he was pitching him carefully. 2 seamers outside, 1-0 the count. This is the tough part of the lineup for a righty because this is 5 consecutive left-handed hitters. Wallace, Dickerson, Solarte, and Sanchez are both switch hitters, and then the lefty Schimpf. That sinker misses badly. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. This is grounded up the middle, base hit through the shift. And now the tying run will come up. So now Dickerson will come up. Here's the first pitch. That one's fouled off to the right, 0-1 the count. Can Familia finish it off? 0-1 pitch to Dickerson. He fouls this one off to the right, 0-2, 1 strike away. Here's the sign from Rivera. The 0-2 pitch grounded to first. Duda goes over to cover it. The Mets win it 4-2. So we hope you enjoyed this ball game. The Mets come up with the victory at home 4-2 on opening day. We'll see you next time on WUB Network, America.